So if you've already purchased a 2017 or newer Harley-Davidson with the Milwaukee-eight motor, or maybe you're considering purchasing one, this video is packed with some information that you'll definitely want to know before you go down and make that purchase in regards to Harley's warranty program and some of the new things they're doing with that. It's all packed in this video, so stay tuned. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. I always thank you for checking back in. Okay, we are going to dive in deep with Harley-Davidson warranties, both the 2-year manufacturer's warranty and then those extended warranties, or we'll call them extended service plans. There has been a lot of changes when the Milwaukee-eight motor came out, and I definitely wanted to relate the information to you guys because I think it's super important before you invest money in, say, an extended service plan. I'm coming at you completely from a consumer standpoint. Everything I'm going to tell you is from a consumer and what I've been able to gather and ascertain from a lot of different sources online and from dealerships. So as a consumer, I'm not privy to all the inside information. Couple good resources. John Maxwell, if you haven't heard of him, I'm sure you have. He's got a great channel. I'll link to it in the description below. He's got a beard, amazing beard. I can't even grow one that good. Matt Laidlaw, I'll link to his channel too. Another good resource. The reason I say those guys is because they're actually associated with dealerships. And so they get some of that inside information, and definitely encourage them to come over here and add any information in the comments that they want. And real quick before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon. Every time those are hit, another biker joins the revolution. We would definitely love to have you be part of it. And real quick, I just want to mention when the Milwaukee-eight first came out in 2017, we did do a podcast episode on it, Law Abiding Biker Podcast. Make sure you get subscribed to that. A lot of good information. It was limited at that time, so we did the best with what we had. Now a lot more facts and things are out, so we definitely wanted to do an updated video here on this channel. And of course, we already recorded. We actually did it live with our patron members, but it will come out in regular podcast format, and it dives in even deeper than this video. So check the podcast out. So first, let's talk about this 60-day warranty rule that everybody hears about. It's called the Sales and Warranty Registration, or referred to as SWR. So basically what that boils down to is it's kind of like a one-time shot that Harley is giving you at the time of purchase of your new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. So in that 60 days, if you purchase Harley Screamin' Eagle parts and have a dealership mechanic install those parts, both parts and labor are covered under the 2-year manufacturer's warranty that comes with all the new Harleys. Additionally, those parts and labor will be covered if you purchase a 3 or 5-year extended service plan, or that's what it's called, or extended warranty, makes it easier for some. And additionally, all the parts and labor will be tracked and tied to the VIN number on that Harley for the life of that bike. And as we all know, yes, you can finance anything in this world just about. And that's exactly what a lot of people do when they're purchasing their new Harley, is they'll finance those Screamin' Eagle parts and the labor for install right in the overall motorcycle loan. And so to try to put that in a nice, neat little package for you, basically, you buy those Screamin' Eagle parts and you pay for the labor in those first 60 days. It really is as if the bike was manufactured that way, and they're going to cover you. So you might ask, well, I want to put parts on outside of the 60-day window. Will my warranty remain intact? It depends. Let me explain. So in order to keep that warranty intact, both your manufacturer's 2-year warranty and any extended service plan you may have bought, you have to buy Harley-Davidson Screamin' Eagle parts only, and you have to have a dealer mechanic install those parts. Then your warranty will stay intact. Now, those Screamin' Eagle parts are usually covered for 1 year. Parts only, not labor. So outside of that 1 year, your parts will be covered if you have a problem in that 1 year. But if you have the extended service plan and all that into the future, those parts and labor are not going to be covered, but your warranty will stay intact. So you guys seeing the theme here? Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle parts only, and only installed by Harley-Davidson mechanics. So briefly, let's talk about extended warranties. They're called extended service plans. So there's two different plans, and of course they cost different amounts of money. The first is the 3-year, and then you have the 5-year. Something I want to make clear is those tack on to the end of the manufacturer's 2-year warranty. So if you buy the 3-year, that would basically mean you're covered for 5 years, if that makes sense. And likewise, if you buy the 5-year, it tacks on to the end of the 2-year, so 7 years coverage. And so let's say you bought the 5-year extended service plan. So we're covered for 7 years because of the manufacturer's 2-year warranty. So 7 years, as long as you don't exceed 75,000 miles at the end of that extended service plan, you can purchase an additional 5-year extended service plan. So in reality, you could be covered up to 12 years parts and labor, as long as you only want to buy Screaming Eagle parts and you don't want to work on your own bike. And so now we've covered how to keep your warranty intact, which is pretty simple. You just walk in, throw all your cash on the counter at Harley-Davidson, buy only their parts, and have only their dealerships install it. Done. And real quick, you guys know this YouTube channel, the podcast, Law Abiding Biker Media, this is a community, and we definitely want to hear from you guys. So please watch the whole video first, make up your mind. I definitely look forward to chatting and hearing your comments on what you think about this whole warranty issue. So it's very simple. Basically, and technically speaking here, if you install anything, any performance parts, whether that be Screaming Eagle or any other brand on your motorcycle, your warranty is voided. Your manufacturer's warranty and any extended service plan you bought. I know, I can see the steam coming out of your ears now. We're going to dive in a little bit deeper. So in a minute, I'm going to talk about some of the leadway dealerships have, but what I want to first tell you is just as an example, and this is technically speaking here, if you went and installed a simple slip-on mufflers, regardless of what brand, and you put a simple stage 1 air intake, which just opens up the air intake. That's all a stage 1 does. Yeah, technically, your warranty is voided. So let's talk electronic fuel injection EFI tuners. Of course, if you did exhaust and an air intake, you would definitely want to remap your EFI. Now, of course, if Harley dealership did it, they would use their Screaming Eagle tuner and your warranty would be intact. But if you use an aftermarket EFI tuner such as DynoJet, or what I use, the VANCE and HINES FUELPAK 3, even just doing a simple auto tune, your warranty would be voided. And I know a lot of you are thinking that makes no sense, and it doesn't, because the FUELPAK 3 is as capable, if not more capable, than the Screaming Eagle EFI tuner, which just is expensive and has the Harley tax on it. And so I just want to make sure you understand we're talking performance parts, putting a headlight or some signals or stuff like that. Certainly I don't, my understanding is that's not going to void your warranty. This is performance parts. And so I just want to reiterate that if your warranty gets voided, that includes your manufacturer's 2-year warranty and any extended service plan you bought. All right, real quick, and we'll get right back into your video. A lot of hard work and resources go into putting out all the free content that we do to the biker community. There is a way you can support us. You can become a patron member. I will link to it in the description below. You can basically pledge to us, and by doing so, there are benefits, stickers and t-shirts. You can get into the private Facebook group, which is a forum within itself. It's a troll-free zone. Access to our live private video broadcasts and chat, up to access to our premium videos upon request. Again, link in the description below. We'd love to have you be part of the community. So the next thing we need to dive into is, how does Harley-Davidson and their dealerships determine these things, and what sort of leadway do the different dealerships have? And so one of the main ways that Harley-Davidson deciphers this is, let's just say you take your bike into a dealership. For whatever reason, the service you're having requires them to plug your bike, your ECM, electronic control module, into Harley's proprietary Digital Technician 2 software, which is what the mechanics use, it automatically starts reading stuff. And if you have, let's say, a FUELPAK 3 in there and you've remapped your EFI, it's automatically going to read those things. There's nothing the mechanic or dealership can do about that. Once it's plugged, it's plugged. It's automatically going to read that. And worse yet, it's going to automatically send that information to the main Harley database, and it's going to immediately void your warranty, and it will be locked to that VIN for the history of that bike. Yeah, for real. So things Digital Technician 2 will not read. It only reads changes to the ECM. Putting slip-on mufflers and an air intake, it's not going to read those things because you haven't mapped your EFI, if that makes sense. So those are visual things. Certainly a dealership can see slip-on mufflers or maybe a stage 1 air intake. Certainly they don't have to report that. Digital Tech isn't going to pick it up. So it just depends on some of that stuff, how picky some of the dealerships are going to be about it. But one thing I would tell you is obviously if you put the exhaust in the air intake, you're going to want to remap. So it might not be the best example, but at any rate, I would definitely talk to your dealerships. If you have put an aftermarket EFI tuner and you have a warranty, I would talk to them about what they're doing to your bike and if it's going to be necessary to plug it in to Digital Technician 2. And you might make an alternative plan for fixing your bike if you don't want them to plug it in and see that you've remapped the EFI. Okay, now that you've got all that and you understand what will and won't void your warranty, I have a couple things to say. Now, Harley conveniently blames all this on the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. And with that said, yes, Harley has had some heat, definitely over the past couple of years. They're the big dog in the industry, and the EPA has been on their ass about a lot of this stuff. Now, with that said, they did need to make changes. I agree with that. Of course, they've got to make changes. But I also think that because they were forced to make some changes, the pendulum swung and they went to the extreme that is also going to benefit them. And again, they can easily fall back and blame the EPA. And let me break that down just a little bit for you. You see, I can understand that they would want you, especially a stage 4 kit. That's a major thing. It's engine work and stuff like that. And I think that's reasonable that Harley-Davidson will want their mechanics and their parts in order, especially that 60-day SWR, in order to cover parts and labor on that into the future. So those kind of things, major engine upgrades, stuff like that, I tend to agree with that and I'm okay with that. What I don't agree with and what's going to piss a lot of you guys off out there is, come on, Harley, really? Putting slip-on mufflers on a stage 1 air intake, even if they're aftermarket and not Screaming Eagle. Your Screaming Eagle stuff is no better than VANCE and HINES pipes. I'm just using VANCE and HINES because we sell their stuff. Your stuff is no better. Yours is just marked up so people pay the Harley tax. Putting an air intake should not void your warranty. That's ridiculous. Slip-on mufflers, headers, stuff like that, definitely, in my opinion, that's where they went to the extreme. And then a simple aftermarket name brand VANCE and HINES FUELPAK 3 EFI tuner with a simple auto tune that does the same thing that your stupid Screaming Eagle tuner does. That's where I think the pendulum swung too far, and Harley somewhat saw an opportunity there, to push Screaming Eagle parts and their labor and stuff like that. I think that took it too far. My opinion, curious what you guys think. And it kind of makes you wonder, did Harley executives have a meeting about this? Well, hey, Bill, I've been having a lot of meetings lately. Yes, that's correct, Jim. That's because it's a full-time job for me, staying on top of how to screw our customers. And I've come up with a new idea. Okay, Bill, well, what do you have in store this time? Well, you see, Jim, the EPA has been up our ass for several years now with our exhaust and intakes and EFI tuners. And I figured out a way that we can twist it so it benefits us. Well, leave it up to you, Bill, to figure out a way to take federal regulations and make them benefit us. Well, Jim, truth be told, the EPA only requires us to make a few changes, but we're going to take it to the extreme and make sure it's to our advantage. And when our customers get mad, we'll just blame it on the EPA. Wow, Bill, that sounds like a great new way to the customers. I appreciate your enthusiasm, Jim, but I prefer not to call it our customers. I like to use the term manipulating our customers. Fair enough, Bill. I just get a little excited. So my idea is, with the excitement of the new Milwaukee-eight coming out, our customers will want it really bad and they'll be in a daze. And that's the time we're going to go ahead and move in and take advantage of them. And we're going to completely change our warranty and not tell anybody. We're going to make the warranty so it's basically unusable. Okay, I'm definitely all ears now, Bill. It's a real simple plan, Jim. We're going to make our customers not only buy a motorcycle from us, then we're going to make them buy only our Screamin' Eagle parts and pay only our dealership mechanics to put those parts on. And if they don't, we're going to void their warranty. But we're not going to tell them right away. Okay, Bill, I'm tracking on that. I have another idea. What do you say we make Harley-Davidson gas, and the only gas they can use in their bike is our gas? And if they don't, you got it. Void their warranty. I've always said I like your enthusiasm, Jim, but honestly, I think the gas is taking it a little too far. Let's go ahead and stick with my plan. But you see, Bill, they would have to come to the dealership to buy our gas only, and while they're there, they could buy our Screamin' Eagle parts and all of our chrome. And of course, while they're waiting to get their parts put on by our mechanics, they could buy one of our t-shirts marked up 400%. Jim, we're not doing the gas. Let's stay on track here. Okay, Bill, I get it. We'll stick with your warranty idea. It's still a brilliant way to screw the customers. One of my concerns about this, Jim, is that eventually the law-abiding biker YouTube channel is going to catch wind of this, and they're going to tell their large, loyal audience. But until then, we're going to milk it for everything it's worth. All right, Bill, I'm on it as usual. I'm going to get a hold of our ridiculous, outdated marketing department. I'm going to have them make a highly overproduced video that tells them really nothing about the new warranty procedures. It's going to be great. And of course, we're going to blame it all on the EPA. And Jim, I want you responsible to make sure all dealerships are trained so all the employees only know one phrase when a customer gets mad, and that is, it's all because of the EPA. Okay, Bill, done deal. That's definitely going to alienate our customers even more. Like you always say, it's what they expect from us. All right, Bill, well, I've got a lot of work to do. I got to get out of here. Oh, should you give that gas warranty thing a little more thought, huh? So this video may have changed your mind on whether you are going to spend your hard-earned money to buy an extended service plan the next time you buy a Harley. Make no mistake about it. Whether it's Harley or car dealerships, these companies make a large amount of money on pushing these extended service plans at the time of purchase. Of course, because you can also finance it at the time. They would not be pushing these or selling them if they were losing money. I can tell you in the past, pre-Milwaukee-eight motor, Harley was not this strict, and they didn't do all these kinds of things. There was a lot more leadway, and it seemed like they were more customer-oriented. But with all these new regulations, I can tell you, it makes me think about that warranty. And I can tell you that on several of my past bikes, I have bought the extended service plan. I've used it one time. One time I've used that extended service plan, and it was a minor thing, and the bill was only like $150, $200 anyway. So definitely makes me think whether it's worth it. And because I've only had to use my extended service warranty once, I do want to give credit. That is a testament to Harley-Davidson, and they've been building bikes so long, and the bikes they're putting out now are definitely good quality machines. So I will tell you at this time, absolutely 100%, in the current state that things are, I will never buy or give Harley any additional money for any extended service plan from here on out. And honestly, that may be one of the ways that us as consumers send Harley a very strong message that we are dissatisfied with the current state of warranties. And those of you that watch the channel regularly realize I love Harley-Davidson, but I'm also an independent channel. I'm not controlled by them. They do a lot of things really great, and I'm not afraid to be critical of them either. Let's face it, Harley is a culture. A lot of people got in, it's got a rich history. A lot of people got into Harley because of that culture and, of course, the riding. And what I mean by that is we all buy our Harley, and then the first thing we do is we get at home and start dreaming about what we're going to do to it. We want to buy the aftermarket parts we want to buy. We want to personalize it our own way so it's different than the guy we're riding with. We like wrenching on our own motorcycles. That is part of the draw, and it has been for a long, long time. And it really concerns me with this new warranty and forcing of buying Harley parts only. If they continue that way, what the future is going to bring for them. To buy an extended warranty or not to buy an extended warranty? That is really the question. And I'm curious, seriously, what you're going to do. Let me know below. While we're talking about working on your own Harley, I'm going to pop a couple useful videos somewhere on this screen, and just search the channel. You'll definitely find a bunch of videos teach you how to work on your Harley yourself. I'm out of here.